First of all, we are an oregano first company. We always have been. And one of the beautiful things about oregano is its ability to support the gut biome, but also the oral biome. So we had people for years, we've been around for over 30 years, taking oregano drops, putting it on their toothpaste, getting that fresh breath, supporting the health of their gums and teeth. But we decided to go a step further and make a toothpaste. So we did this a few years ago. It's called OregaFRESH.
Welcome, folks, to episode 140. I'm Dr. Dayon, your host here of Healthy Habit Medical Center, and look who's back, checking in with us for our monthly recap. Director of Education at North American Urban Spice is with us, folks. Steven Harkins is back, and let's dive right into it, Steven. How are we doing on your end?
I'm doing great. It's good to be here. My favorite time of the year, the summer.
Oh,
And
yeah.
hope everyone's staying cool out there in the Phoenix area. Hope your
Yep.
ACs are working.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. This place wouldn't exist without that. Yeah, absolutely critical. Big business out here in the desert is the heating and cooling industry here, especially the cooling part. So we're looking at OregaFRESH toothpaste, mouthwash, some body care products here today from North American Urban Spice. So tell us about OregaFRESH.
Yes, so the toothpaste revolution, the awareness of the public that the toothpaste that we all grew up with, that we've been using for years, are in fact, contributing even to our teeth decline, to our teeth decay. And, the revelation of fluoride as being a neurotoxin, according to the World Health Organization, according to Harvard. And yet still ADA is still working on it. They're trying to figure it out. The Colgates of the world, the Crest of the world, they're just two examples. But so we decided to, first of all, we are an oregano first company. We always have been. And one of the beautiful things about oregano is its ability to support the gut biome, but also the oral biome. So we had people for years, we've been around for over 30 years, taking oregano drops, putting it on their toothpaste, getting that fresh breath, supporting the health of their gums and teeth. But we decided to go a step further and make a toothpaste. So we did this a few years ago. It's called OregaFRESH, and it's quickly become a very popular item for us. And it's just really caught on. We do, peppermint, spearmint. There's some clove oil in there, which is perfect for toothaches. So, everything that you'd want in a toothpaste, and of course, the oregano is all there to help cleanse your oral biome. And it doesn't have any of the problematic ingredients that we're now aware of in our society.
All right, one moment here, Steven. Can you flash that one more time there on the screen? I just want people to see that. There's OregaFRESH. So, of course, there's no fluoride in this. This is a key separator. It's just purely herbal, right?
Yes, completely herbal, completely pure, which is super important. We were finding that there were things like microplastics in the toothpaste,
Yeah.
these kind of things, different dyes and things like that, ingredients that are banned in other countries. But I'll read you the ingredients: mountain spring water, peppermint, spearmint, olive oil, wild oregano P73, sage, clove bud, birch tree, eucalyptus, and that's essentially the list. So that
That's
is
it.
what we call a healthy toothpaste.
Folks, come talk to Stan, the demo man. He's in-house Tuesdays through Saturdays here at 6029 North 7th Street at Healthy Habit Health Foods, demoing these products we're discussing here today with Steven. That was OregaFRESH, the toothpaste there at North American Urban Spice. What about OregaCARE mouthwash?
Yeah, and I think, and one other point I would like to mention about the toothpaste, if
Sure.
I may,
Yeah.
there is an ingredient that we are now aware of. It's called glycerin, and they use it to keep the toothpaste moist instead of drying up. We don't use that ingredient. We found that it can coat the films of your enamel and kind of block minerals from entering in. And some studies say it takes 27 washes to get that glycerin layer off of the enamel. So this is also a glycerin-free toothpaste. You just want to point that out. There are some healthy toothpaste out there that advertise such, but still have the glycerin. So we want you to be aware of that. And yeah, the mouthwash is also very unique. You know, we all grew up with the alcohol-based mouthwashes, Listerine and things like that. And what happens if you swallow mouthwash? You know, there's a warning label on the back that says, hey, if you swallow too much of this mouthwash, you need to call the poison control center. And so why is that? We have, you know, well, that's because how they make it. With this is completely pure. The idea is that you can use it as a traditional mouthwash. It has the oregano, it has the mint, it's pure. But you know, after you've done that initial, you know, kind of gurgling and you've spit it out, you can actually even take some more and swallow it and cleanse your esophagus, which is often neglected. And so that's, you know, a huge first part of your digestion system. Things get stuck. There's this, you know, kind of ugly lining of fungus and bacteria and things that get stuck. So you can use this to help cleanse the esophagus, you know, and of course your throat. And you don't have to worry if you accidentally swallow it.
Perfect. And we're just doing a quick screen share here. Can you hear me, Steven?
Yes,
Perfect. OregaCARE mouthwash here, fluoride free, just like the OregaFRESH toothpaste there from North American Urban Spice. Swirl and swallow. Can combine them. Oral spice therapy. And this is an edible mouthwash. It's
that's
not very
right.
common. I mean, but you can just swallow it right after. We're good to go.
You can. Yeah. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. I use both of these products myself. The way I use it, I just kind of do an initial, you know, swallowing and gurgling. I spit that out. Once I've cleansed my throat, then I take another swig, and I let that go down the throat, and that cleanses the esophagus lining. And you can see there on the ingredients
Yeah.
you've got pulled up, very spice oil heavy. You know, things like sage and oregano, cumin, allspice, cinnamon. It's all there.
Yeah. And a lot of this you can just, there's published in dental journals, holistic dental, alternative complementary medicine journals on how effective cumin and, you know, lavender, sage, all these things are for oral health. So, and this is not a new product, correct? You've had this for how long now? Decade plus?
You know, I would say close. I would say at least, you know, about 7 years or
Yeah.
so. So
Amazing.
we have had it. What's interesting is really caught on over the years. When we first started with it, it was not a big product for us, but
Right.
I think as more and more people are looking and getting off the old stuff and educating themselves like you are today, those of you who are watching, you're moving to this, and we just wanted to redefine and kind of go back to ancient tradition of how we look at our teeth, you know, on toothpaste and on mouthwashes, that we can do better. When we look at the products out there, we can do a lot better.
100%. Looks like we have a trifecta going here. Folks, just you can head over to NorthAmericanUrbanSpice.com and then just search OregaCare mouthwash here in the upper search bar. And then down here we can see OregaDENT with the two that we just highlighted. What's the difference here?
Oh, I'm sorry, you're breaking up just a
The
little bit.
OregaDENT down here to round out this trifecta. Tell us about this OregaDENT product.
Yeah, the OregaDENT is fantastic, and that's if you need a little bit more care, you know. And so if you've got something, you've got a, you know, toothache, you know, your enamel is a little worse for the wear. You know, this has clove oil, oregano, and cinnamon together.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you've, I've done it when I've had tooth pain, like in the back, cotton, what is it, a cotton ball, saturate it with the oil, put it right on the back, and just let it soothe that, you know, inflamed area. It's been a lifesaver. And that you can, that's something you kind of want to have on hand in your pantry, especially if you know that you're starting to feel some aches and pains, can really help you out.
Amazing. Perfect. For supporting healthy teeth and gums, use the extra power of OregaDent. OregaDent. It's part of the OregaFRESH dental care system, which is that trifecta we were just highlighting with, again, clove bud oil, cinnamon oil. And this one, especially for pain, you said, Steven.
Yeah, and that inflammation is a price. It's the body talking to us. It's an indicator that something's not right, and we need to address it. You know, if we leave tooth and gum issues unchecked, it can lead to things like heart disease or even cancer. So this is a huge component that affects the rest of our body. Looking at that holistic picture, keeping our oral routines very, stringent.
Right? You can even put a couple drops on your toothpaste.
You sure can.
There we go.
Yeah, you sure can.
Nice. And
And,
so, yeah, I
yep.
was gonna highlight clove. That's probably the best herb on earth. One of the top three for dental and oral health, with the most research behind it.
Yeah, clove has an impressive amount of antioxidant activity. It even exceeds the oregano, which is one of the highest you can find. But clove is at the very top of the pyramid, and so you can only, and it also has the analgesic property to kind of numb the area that it's touching. So, if you haven't experienced the relief of clove for your teeth, you will love this one.
Absolutely. So, switching over to the ScalpClenz shampoo conditioner. Tell us about ScalpClenz. How's it going to be separating it from Head and Shoulders or
Yeah,
typical
Pantene
shampoo?
Pro
Yeah,
V.
there you go.
Yeah.
Pantene Pro V. Right.
Well, this is this is something I'm very passionate about because even though I don't have a lot of hair, I used to, believe it or not. And I know a lot of people that have used shampoos that have had problems over the years, even hair loss, even, bad scalp
Yeah.
damage, itching. And when you look at the so-called best, ladies out there, if I asked you what are your top three shampoos, if we were to inspect those ingredients together, you would be throwing it in the dumpster so quick, it'd make your head spin. And that's because unlike toothpaste, I got to give the industry credit. There are some so-called healthy options. At least they're a little closer to healthier. But with shampoo, there's no option. I have yet to see a pure shampoo that doesn't have a problematic ingredient. One of the most common ones I have a problem with is sodium lauryl sulfate. That one's in almost all of the shampoos. It's kind of a standard that can cause dry scalp. It's even been linked as a potential carcinogen, and it's just not something you want to put on your hair every day. So what we've done is we've redefined shampoo. And again, we've gone back to nature as our best teacher. And this is just pure plants, herbs, and flowers only, and that's all it is. And so you can rest assured when you're taking this peace of mind, okay, it's not going to harm me, it can only help. It's not going to interfere with my hair follicles, it's going to nourish them. And that was the whole goal. We even have a black seed oil version of this, which is kind of like the super strength if you have damaged hair, that is really restorative, really nourishing. And everybody that we know that has used it for a while is their hair looks amazing. We have ladies here in our company that swear by it. But yeah, if you want to get off, part of this healthy lifestyle that you are getting into is a journey. It's totally a journey. And you learn things along the way and you make those adjustments. And once you get your diet under control, now what your health and beauty care products, especially you women, because you're using, 5 to 10 times more of these products than men are, this is the next step. Your toothpaste, your shampoo, what you're putting on your skin.
Right.
And yeah, we hope you'll consider ours as an option for you.
Right. It's about making these swaps in our daily lifestyle, things that we're doing every single day, multiple times a day, that we can even get into the water filter in the shower and all this kind of stuff
Yeah.
and go deeper and deeper. But so again, that was the ScalpClenz shampoo. There's even a stronger one with the black seed oil in it, you mentioned, correct?
Yeah, black seed is fantastic. And there is some traditional use going back to ancient Egypt. People like Nefertiti and Cleopatra, kind of the ancient world Kardashians, if you
Okay,
will.
right.
And so I like to pick on that because I think one of the Kardashians came out with I think a shampoo product that had black seed oil in it.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, you were beat by a few thousand years because
Yeah,
women in ancient Egypt, they were using this. At least the royal ones were.
right.
And now we have this for everyone. And yeah, black seed is amazing for your hair and your skin and your nails. And so there's that topical use.
And then you have a conditioner as well. Is that in the conditioners as well, the black seed?
It is. Yeah, we have the conditioner as well. So you can get both shampoo and conditioner through us. And, if you like the sound of coconut oil, black seed oil, olive oil, chamomile, passion flower, eucalyptus, bay leaf, lavender oil, if you like the sound of those, you're going to love this.
Right. Perfect, folks. You tuned into a good one here. Body care toothpaste, fluoride free. A lot of people every day, people are coming in looking for that in our body care section here at Healthy Habit Health Foods. Again, Stan the Demo Man's giving out free literature samples. Go talk to him. He'll get you hooked up, folks, with what we're discussing here today with Steven. OregaFRESH toothpaste, OregaCARE mouthwash. We even highlighted the OregaDENT. If you're having tooth pain, maybe after your dentist appointment, you can even use that potentially, right, Steven? If some people are sore, they have that sore mouth a couple days after the dentist, so you can
Yeah,
plug in a
absolutely.
OregaDENT.
Mm-hmm.
And you even highlighted the ScalpClenz shampoo and conditioner, which is literally just a blend of flowers and herbs, like oregano, rosemary. We have wild bay leaf in there, raspberries and almonds, right? This is the cleanest shampoo I've seen. Extracts of pine needles. There's even passion flower in there and apple. So sounds like a much better alternative than putting all these different chemicals on top of the head, right? That gets absorbed directly into our bloodstream, correct? Talk about that a little bit and your distaste for lauryl sulfate a little bit more. What's the big problem with lauryl sulfate?
Yeah, so to your point, you can absolutely get toxicity because your skin is porous. And so
Right.
whatever you put on your
Yeah.
skin, it goes in. And then that becomes toxic over time. Imagine if you're using something every day. It may just be a little bit toxic, but then 365 days later, you've got over toxicity, and you're wondering why you're having fatigue, and you're wondering why you're having brain fog, and you're wondering why you have so much inflammation, and that's
Yeah.
part of it. So yeah, between the creams, the shampoos, the different things we put on our skin, the deodorants, and all of that, we have to be very careful. And the issue I have with sodium lauryl sulfate is that it can lead to dry skin. It can lead to irritation. Some people have allergic reactions to this. It can even lend itself to different inflammatory situations like eczema, dermatitis. Um, and so if it's used for too long, if it's used chronically,
Right.
and guess what, I don't, this isn't an exact figure, but I would say 90% or more conservatively have SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, as an ingredient. It is potentially a carcinogen. There's more studies to verify that. Um, it's banned in certain countries in Europe. I always look at what other countries are doing, and
Right.
if they don't allow it for their people, you gotta question if you want to allow it for your family.
Imagine. Interesting. Yeah, it's a big business, oral care
So
especially.
when you are looking at, I grew up with the Suave toothpaste and the VO5 and
Yeah,
things like that because we were cheap and we were trying to save
for
money. And
sure.
you see this coconut on the front, and it
Right.
smells like coconut
Yeah.
in the shampoo, but then you're in the shower and you're like, oh, well, I don't see any coconut in here anywhere. And the ingredients, um, you know, just we live in a very chemical laden society. And shampoo is one of those things where you could easily have 20 to 30 chemicals that are all toxic, SLS just being one.
Related to the topic of having healthy teeth, gums, oral health in general, that mucous membrane, the tongue, and the skin, hair as well, nails, all attributes of healthy aging and beauty. Tell us about the unique Collagen Power Plus capsule formula.
Yeah, I love what I'm going to tell you here about collagen, maybe something you've never heard before, because we're still finding out different uses and different areas of the body that collagen exists.
Right.
For example, I found out recently that it's part of your arterial wall for your heart
Yeah.
health. And, but what I found very fascinating, and this kind of goes back into the oral care, is your dentin, okay, on your teeth is made up of 85% type 1 collagen. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but you can Google it, you can search for it. It's a fact. Um, so when you're worried about so let me explain what dentin is real
Yeah.
quick. So you have enamel, that's the outer hard layer of your tooth. When that enamel starts to wear away, the next layer to support you is dentin. And dentin is the final kind of barrier between your pulp, which is where your blood and your blood vessels and
Wow.
your nerves are.
Yeah.
So you never want to, if anyone has ever had tooth decay down to the pulp, down to the
Ah,
nerve,
it's the
you
worst, man.
know
I
it's like
feel
the
it in the
worst thing
toes. I
ever.
feel it. You feel shocks through your body,
It is
It's the worst.
terrible. It is god awful. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And so dentin is so important to preserve, and of course enamel goes along with that. But yeah, 85% by weight of that dentin is collagen, and it happens to be type 1 collagen. There's different kinds of collagen, and that is the kind that we use in the Collagen Power Plus product. And so, yes, skin, yes, joints, absolutely. Your tendons, your ligaments, all your connective tissues. As we get older, we wear away. Normally, we're good. You ever notice why, 20 up to like 20, 30, it seems like you can do anything you want and you don't even have to hardly stretch, and
Yeah.
you're just good. You don't have to stretch before playing. Dr. Dayon and I both play basketball, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
My
Now I
ankle's
use
like this right
collagen.
now, by the way. My ankle, I destroyed it a
Swollen?
couple weeks ago, and because of that, it's like you knew, man. I wasn't stretching, and you have to be. You can't just go and play now for 3 hours straight, right? After not playing
Right.
for years, so
So I mean, there's a lot of implications if you're not doing collagen, because yeah, once you kind of get to like 27, 30 and up, your body isn't making the collagen that it used to anymore. So now you really, if you're aware of this, you got to start relying on, don't wait until you're 60, start doing it earlier. And you got to start relying on more collagen and putting that back in your body, because you're going to have knee issues, you're going to have ankle problems. The vertebrae in between your spine also contain collagen.
yeah.
And now we know it's teeth too, which is another thing as we age, we have to be careful with.
Collagen Power Plus, folks. I like that you mentioned the how important it is for tooth care and in the artery walls. As people age, their
Incredible.
collagen production drops, which makes the arteries more stiff, the teeth more brittle, the bones more brittle as well. So it's critical to maintain oral hygiene as well. Collagen. They're not discussing it like that. And so this, you said it's type 1. What makes this exactly unique? Let's highlight that one more time. Give us a reminder.
Yeah, so type 1 is the most abundant collagen. There's three main ones. There could be a couple more, but the highest percentage of collagen found in our bodies is type 1, and that comes from beef. We use a grass-fed beef source for this. So you're taking, it's the idea, it's the same thing with the purely liver we've talked about. You're taking this part of an animal that supports them, and now it goes into your body and it supports you. And so you're making good use of it. And we're not eating a lot of collagen in our diet. In the ancient times, they
Right.
did. So we've got to find some way in our convenient, modern, bustling society to get it. And capsules is very easy. You don't even have to make a shake. You can just literally take 3 capsules is good. But I would say if you're worried that you're deficient in collagen, you may want to double that, just to get yourself back up to base levels.
Yeah.
And you will notice, yeah, I noticed my nails grow a lot faster since I started taking collagen. And I noticed the difference when I go and do sports or hard impact running. My joints feel, a little better. If I go a week or two without it, I start to feel that stiffness again. And so, if after a hard session, I definitely want to replenish this collagen, and just think of it as a way of healthy aging. And again, joints, women, I know you're going to love the skin aspects of this, but just know it's not just skin, it's your teeth, it's so many things. I think Chuck Norris just came out and endorsed collagen as one of the most important things he's taking in his old age,
Wow.
to support
There
him.
you go. Chuck Norris, you said?
Chuck Norris, the
Oh, well,
legend.
then we really got to get on this ASAP, right? So,
Oh, yes.
unbelievable. This has the microcrystalline hydroxyapatite in there as well, which Steven and I did an episode on like about a year ago. I think it was last summer, where we pulled up those papers. You broke down what hydroxyapatite is. Maybe we'll save that for part 2 to remind everybody. But yeah, Collagen Power Plus. There's also Camu Camu powder in there, right? The vitamin C.
Yeah.
Why is that
Critical.
added in there? Remind us.
If you're taking a bunch of collagen and you're not taking vitamin C with it, you're going to absorb probably half as much as somebody who's taking it with
Wow.
vitamin C. So that's a necessary nutrient for absorption. And also, if you've got pain and inflammation in your joints, vitamin C is going to help with that because it's an antioxidant. But yeah, absorption is the key here. So it's easier, for the person using it if the company that makes the collagen product puts everything that they need to absorb right there in the capsules. That's what we've done by putting the MCHC, which is also a part of that matrix to support your joints and your teeth and found in your teeth as well. And then the vitamin C is going to help make sure you get the
Yeah.
most out of this.
Right. The body can't make collagen without vitamin C. So
That's
that's an
correct.
important thing. People think it's just the immune system. So don't forget how important it is, folks, to be getting your vitamin C rich foods, camus, products like this to help the collagen be produced. Plus, we'll end on the final note. There's the two enzymes extracted from pineapple and papaya in this formula as well, the papain and the bromelain thrown in there for even more anti-inflammatory support. So, Steven, what do you want to leave us with here? Last minute or so. What's the takeaways here from today's episode? It was packed full with good gems.
Yeah, if you're on your health journey and you're not sure about your toothpaste or your mouthwash or your shampoo, we hope you'll take a look at ours. Everything is completely pure. You don't have to worry about anything. And so it can really help if you've got damaged hair and things like that. Take a look. You deserve the something that's going to nourish you and not harm you or do damage. And then also, in terms of your skin routine, your teeth routine, all of that, you can get some benefits, your joints, with collagen. There's a lot of collagen products out there. I think the capsules are just brilliant because we all have on the go lifestyles, very
Right.
helpful. I want to say, I think the plant back there that you have is amazing. It
Yeah,
looks
thanks.
like you're taking good care of it
I
as
appreciate
we
it,
take
Steven.
care of our bodies. But
That's
yeah,
right.
I think let's just be practical with our health. Let's look at the ingredients of everything we use, whether it's on our skin or inside our bodies, and let's let that be our guide.
Steve, appreciate you coming on for episode 140. Appreciate your time.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.